So does this happen to you if you're in a relationship? It happens to Tina quite often. It's never really happened to me yet. You've come to me a few times in the last few months and you said, babe, I had a dream. I'm like, okay, what do you mean? And then you have a smirk on your face and I'm like, oh, fuck, not again. And you would admit to me that you dreamt that you were with another guy.
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
I have no control over that. I don't have any control about what I dream about. But yes, I've dreamt multiple times over the last few years about me being with other men.
When you were pregnant or after?
Both. Pregnant and not. Like even a few weeks ago.
Now, why? Because I've done research on it. And there are some people who say it means you're falling out of love with your partner.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Maybe they just think that they want to like have a fling with an actor or like with an unknown man, an unknown person. But it has nothing to do with me thinking that I'm falling out of love with you.
Good. I know. I'm not
worried. I didn't even know that.
I'm not worried or anything. But why? Who are these men that you're dreaming about?
Well, for one, that I can remember, because I've had multiple dreams. Sorry. I could just see the look on your eye, in your face right now. Was the main actor from the show The Resident.
Oh, Matt Kuzny or something? Good looking guy.
Yeah, great looking guy. Yeah. And I had a dream I was with him. And then I think in the same week, I had a dream that I was with another man who I didn't recognize, but we were intimate together.
Unbelievable. So here you are. You're having more sex in your dreams
than we do in real life. Sorry.
It's great.
No, I don't even think we're having sex. It was just like maybe kissing or like dating.
Wasn't there one of your ex too, not too long ago?
Yeah, I think so. I think I dreamt about my ex
what the hell
fiance a couple of months ago, maybe.
What the hell's going on? I know you're not alone because someone I work with, Adam, he said his wife dreamt about the same guy you did from The Resident.
From The Resident. I think it ended up being the same night, and you and Adam both went on air that day and talked about it. How funny is that?
Now, here's what I'm upset about. Here I am. I like J-Lo. There's certain actresses out there, certain, super hot celebrities. I never have any dreams of any of them.
That's your problem, not mine.
But do they feel so real when you're in them? They
really do. They really feel so like real. And
I'm not even a thought at that point. Like in the dream, I don't exist.
No.
That's wonderful.
Oh, but no, sorry. In some dreams, I actually did think about you, or you were in the dream as well.
As what, a waiter?
No, maybe. Possibly.
I'm just there like, hey.
Yeah. Like part of me knew that I was with you, but yet I'm with this other man. So it was kind of weird. I don't know. Again, I don't have any control over my dreams. And then there is a thing that when you're pregnant, like you do remember your dreams and you dream a lot when you're pregnant because you're waking up so often. So you're going through the sleep cycles, and during REM sleep, that's when you dream. And I would even have some scary dreams. I think I had a scary dream like last week.
What happened?
What happened? I don't remember because I don't want to remember the scary dreams, but I remember just waking up and you were next.
Yeah, you told me. You told me I had a scary dream.
Yeah, you were lying in bed next to me, and I just came and cuddled up next to you, and I was like, "Oh my God, keep me safe." And I remember having a dream when I was pregnant with Sia, that there were these two men that came up our stairs in the middle of the night. And that really freaked me out because I felt like obviously they were robbing the house or they were out to get me, and you had already left for work in my dream, and I just woke up startled and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I think I remember you also telling me after that dream that you would make it a point to lock lock extra doors in the house when you leave.
I just find it strange because you have all these dreams.
And you don't have any.
No, I don't have many dreams ever, or at least I don't remember them. Apparently, we always dream. Depending.
Of course, you apparently are supposed to have 7 dreams every night.
Like the only dreams sometimes that I remember are like as if we're trapped in the house and there's people outside and we can't get out.
You've dreamt about that?
Yeah, a few times. I don't know why, what that means and the significance. But I mean, you can Google all these things.
Of course, Google. There's so many theories on dreams.
There's dream interpretations. There's dream books. But I just find it hilarious you keep bringing up the fact that you're getting it on with other men. I'm like,
sorry.
Like,
maybe deep down I want to. I don't know.
Am I not satisfying you? Is
Yes, that's not the problem. But I've also had some other dreams. I've dreamt of dead people.
Yeah,
people that have passed away. I've had a colleague who passed away in the summer, and I've dreamt about him several times. Yeah. And you've mentioned you've dreamt about your dad.
I have, and I haven't dreamt about him in a long time. You know what? I wish I can dream about him because you know what's great? Is that when you dream about people you've lost, it feels like they never left, and it's strange in the dream. you're talking to them like they're alive, and you.
It feels so real.
Yeah, it
that
feels
they're right
very
in
real.
front of you. Yeah.
When my father passed, I've told you this. I dreamt of him a lot, and it was to the point where he would be like, "Yeah, I'm here, Vince." I'm like, "Dad, you're not with us anymore. You died." He's like, "I didn't die. What are you talking about? I'm right here. What do you say?" And I'd be like, "Oh, so it was all a joke." So in your dream, you're thinking it's a dream, and then you wake up and you're like, "Oh, fuck."
That was also like in your dad's personality. I remember your dad a little bit from when I was younger, and he had this joie de vivre to him.
Yeah,
and
he loved life.
He did.
Yeah.
And my colleague who passed away in the summer,
Yeah.
who was in his 60s and also had that joie de
Everybody
vivre.
knew
Everyone
him
knew him. He loved life. And when he passed away, I think it was just a couple of days later, I had a dream about him, and I go, "You're dead." He's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Yes, you are." And he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm not dead." And we're like taking the elevator together to go to work. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, what just happened here? It was so real.
That's strange.
And
I've heard it depends on what you eat too. Like
What?
I remember, yeah. Like I've heard if you have, like if you eat pizza really late, you can have weird dreams.
pizza or something salty.
Yeah. There's theories on that. Like if you eat a different combination of foods, we don't really eat late that often.
No.
But if we do, there's a higher chance. You never heard like you did.
No, I never heard of that. No.
Yeah, where maybe that's why I don't dream as much anymore because I think we eat earlier or something. Like for me,
Or maybe
anyway.
more like in a deep sleep that we don't remember our dreams
Yeah,
when we wake
yeah.
up. Or
But you're always like half awake because of the kids.
yeah,
So,
I hear our kids go in bed and I wake up.
did you ever?
And they're
dream-
like screaming
Yeah, I
and you
know.
don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ah."
Why is that we always get shit? Because we just we've talked to friends of this and they go through the same thing where the men the men literally can sleep through all the screaming and the crying and you're like, "Fuck, babe."
I'm like, wake up and go make a bottle.
But you guys don't even sleep. It's like you're half sleeping. Mothers just have that maternal side where you're just like
We
ready
do.
for it. You're ready to jump. All
Even
over
if
that.
I'm really in a deep sleep, I will hear a pin drop. If it's our
so
daughters
annoying.
crying or screaming. And
It's so annoying because when I go to the bathroom, when I move over, like it wakes you up. I
Yeah.
hate it. I hate it.
But then sometimes in the morning when you say bye to me, I feel like I wake up and I see
And
that
you
you're
forget.
not there, and I forget, and I was like, "Where'd you go?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you left for work. I don't remember you waking me up to say goodbye."
Listen, I gotta take some of your energy to try to dream of some hot celebrity.
Okay, I'll
that I
send you
can
vibes. Send you vibes that you can dream about J-Lo.
I could have one night with J-Lo that just feels real, and then get up and rub it in your damn face. I can't even
Okay,
lie
do
to
it,
you.
and I won't be jealous.
You can't. No, I'm not even jealous. It's weird because it's not jealous. It's just like, why does it keep happening that you're
don't
dreaming of these other of
Is
other
that
men?
competition?
No, but I started overthinking it. Like, what the frig am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? I'm not like, what the hell? Are you dreaming of these other
Not at
guys?
all. I just think you're such in a deep sleep that you don't never remember your dreams.
But why does it go into the sexual route? Why aren't you dreaming of, I don't know, stuff with your friends or a career or
I'm
kids?
sure I have those dreams too. I just don't remember them. Come on, you want to remember the spicy stuff, like the juicy dreams, or obviously like the scary stuff. You'll
Yeah.
also remember. So I think that's kind of the way our brain is programmed to remember dreams.
Have you ever had any dreams that came true?
I wish, like winning the lottery, that would be great.
Yeah, of course. 'Cause
No, actually,
I know some people it has. They've literally
Yeah?
had dreams. I can't think of an example, but they'll have a dream. It's almost like a premonition where you're dreaming and then it ends up happening exactly as you dreamt it.
wow,
But like years later.
wow. No, I don't know.
That's never happened.
That's never happened to me, but I'm sure it's happened to people we know.
It's weird, but I don't know. Anyway, there's all kinds of things you can Google on dreams. We're no dream experts. I just find it's funny when we talk about this on my show too. People like freak out over like, oh, I've had a dream about this. What does it mean?
Well,
What does
it's
it mean?
funny actually. My grandmother passed away back in 2006, and I had a dream about her a couple of weeks ago. And she
Weird,
she
eh?
came to me, and I hadn't dreamt about her in a long time. I'd say years. And I was like, oh, it's nice to see her. But then she also went on to express how unhappy she was with a certain situation happening in my family right now. You know, there's a bit of like family feud, and she voiced that to me, and I was like, damn, I'm like, I wonder if my grandmother up in heaven is really paying attention or chiming into what's going on here on earth and with our family and all the fights happening, unfortunately, with some family members. And it's sad. And she came to me and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. It's not my position to make peace here.
They say that's how they try to communicate.
Yeah, of course.
Through our dreams, right? Remember when you gave birth to Sia? Remember that whole situation about the dime, or was it Maya?
Oh yeah, the dime. No, it was Sia. It was definitely Sia.
So
it was Sia.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the rumor, the
superstition.
The superstition is, or the belief, yeah, that when you find dimes, it's the other side trying to communicate to you. And I would go through phases.
Yeah, you believe in that.
Yeah, well, I just find it strange that I would always find dimes. Like I remember when I was doing the drive show at the Beat, I used to find dimes often. At one point, for months, I would find dimes all the time on the tables, on the floors. It was very strange. And then I think I met you right after. It was very weird. And then when we had Sia, I'll never forget, a dime fell from the bed 10 minutes after you gave birth to Sia, and I just started crying because that is a strange. What are the odds of that? Even if that dime, whether
it fell from your pocket,
super coincidence,
or was there from the previous patient. Yeah. What are the chances?
Like think about that.
Yeah. What are the chances that happen?
You know me. I don't really carry change. We don't really carry change a lot.
Who carries money around
Not much
anymore?
Yeah. Well, this was 2 years ago. It's not now with the pandemic.
That's true, but still.
But that was a friggin' weird situation because you're like, oh my God, it's like he's
your father was
giving
there.
His blessing, so to speak. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm here with you, and
I'm happy that you're having your first child.
That's strange. And I remember it's been a while since I found a dime. But every time I do, it's like a comforting thing. Like, why is it a dime that I'm finding and not a nickel or a quarter?
Remember when the lights used to flicker in your basement at home at your mom's house? Yeah. You always thought it was your dad.
That is so strange.
That used to happen too often. You said, and then you would justify it by saying, "Oh, there's a problem with the electrical and that."
There is, but it would always happen when I lived at home and you used to come over a lot.
Yeah,
we used to joke around and we'd be talking, and then it would end up flickering at like a strange time.
When we're talking about something,
and we're like, "Oh, well, my dad's here. He approves of it." Remember that?
Yeah.
It's just so fucked. Anyway, I really hope there is an afterlife because.
Then there's feathers. They say like if you find a feather, it's the afterlife also.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been told that. Like, so every time I find a feather, like on the ground, I was like, oh, this could be my grandmother or my grandfather or someone just from the afterlife communicating.
Yeah. I've mentioned to you before, after my dad passed, there was a few close calls in my life that I truly believe that, I don't know if it was my father like watching out for me. There was a time I lost brakes in my car. I told you that one. Yeah. And the car suddenly just slowed down. It was strange. And then there's another time that I was in Ganawage when I used to work there. I was on the phone. And I was completely distracted, and this guy ran a red light right in front of me. It was a pickup truck. It was a red pickup truck. And for some reason, I was going to accelerate, but I forget the exact moment. Anyways, if I just accelerated, I would have been the guy would have crushed me in a heartbeat.
Maybe it was your dad there protecting you.
And there was another time when I ended up getting into an accident. It was a couple of years after he died. I got hit by a little bank truck. You know those bank trucks that they fill up the money and all that.
Yes, of course.
And the guy hit me. He hit me a few feet in front of on my driver's side where my wheel is. But if I was a bit further ahead, he would have crushed me into my side.
Wow.
And there was all these close calls that have happened where I'm like, man, I feel like my father. Or the time when you came to watch me play hockey.
Oh,
then
yeah.
you left, and it was the day I signed the contract to do the morning show. Life couldn't have been better. And I'm playing hockey, and I fell into the boards. And there was half a second when I fell into the boards, and I felt like I should have been paralyzed because of the way I felt my head first into the boards. Oof. And then when I'm like, and I had for 1 second, it happened, and I said, oh, fuck. And then I somehow got up. I was fine. It hurt like a bitch that night and the next day, but then it just kind of went away. Yeah. Very weird.
Very weird, but definitely there was somebody looking after you.
I don't know. I believe in that.
So do I.
There aren't people who don't.
So do I. We do.
You do believe in that too, right? Like there's like a higher power.
I even want to say that there's been some instances more recently where we've said, oh, I think your dad's out there watching over you. And yeah, there must be. I can't recall of any specific situations right now, but
I've won, but anyways, I have a horseshoe up my ass. I always
Yeah,
get
you
lucky
do.
like that.
You do.
Speaking of dreams, if you like to dream about delicious food and maybe a delicious filet mignon, and of course we know right now that you can't go to a restaurant and order that and have someone cook it for you. But if there's somebody in your house who's a good cook, whether it's on the grill, whether it's on your stove, in your stove, not just filet mignon, anything, chicken, beef, roast pork, sausage, you got to check out our friends at Steak Bleu. They deliver it right to your door, and it's freshly produced and locally produced too, and it's just delicious, isn't it? It's
Vacuum
so good.
packed.
Yeah, it's
Easy to store in your freezer.
so good, and it's so
good for up to 2 years.
And it's cool because they give you a recipe every time they deliver the variety boxes that you can try. You can check out their Instagram. You can see all the different people and all the different types of food combinations. We're not just talking about the basic stuff. You can do so much with it too, right? So which is really cool. So
well, I enjoyed cooking the roast beef a couple of weeks ago.
It was so good.
It was so good. Maybe I overcooked it, but it was really good.
No, you didn't. You've done a stew recently. You've done a shepherd's pie. I mean, we've done so much with the mincemeat, chicken cacciatore. We had chili not too long ago.
Oh yeah, chili.
Too.
Yes, that was the other thing we made. Yeah.
And there's many different types of things you could eat. You got to check out the variety boxes every Friday night, delivered right to your door. $98 is a steal. If you start comparing the prices to stores, and if you start adding the tax, it's $98 tax in.
And delivered to your door.
Delivered to your door. You can't beat that with a friendly smile, too. Such nice people as well.
Thank you, Tanya and Joe, and the whole crew at Steak Bleu.
A nice family. Go to steakbleu.ca, check them out. Go on their Instagram page when you get a sec, or Facebook at Steak Bleu, and you can see how delicious the meat looks when it's all cooked. And if you go to steakbleu.ca and you type in FAST15 as the promo code at checkout, you'll save 15% if it's your first time order. Knocks it down to like $85, which is an absolute steal. And that's a thank you from us for listening to the podcast. So we truly appreciate it. And hopefully you'll be dreaming about us sometime in the near future.
Or some sexy men and women.
I'm going to go try to dream about J-Lo tonight. We'll see you next.
And I'll go back and dream about the doctor from The Resident.
Good. He can have you. I can use a break. We'll see you next time.
Bye.